count me down for the timer again and start over. All right, so 5, 4.
We are here for our second run of the day for Professor Layton and the Curious Village, done by GhostSenpai. An any percent run. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, I guess, after all the things that has happened for this run. So, first of all, shoutouts to the staff for helping to try to fix all these tech issues that I got. Well, I'm not on a first world country, so we need to deal with this kind of thing. So, well, I hope this is not a problem for anybody.
No this sort of thing is very common in streaming, I find, anyways. You always run into something or other. It's all good.
Yeah. It's just more time for puzzles then.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also
puzzle time.
And also thanks Gooby because he saw this. He was watching the marathon and he asked me if I wanted some help with commentary with the story. He was able to help, so I said okay because I know nothing about this. I tried to do my best to learn as much things as I was able from this game. But well, hi Gooby, and thanks for helping. So Gooby is our Professor Layton person here. So I'm gonna make the countdown from 3. We're gonna having a good amount of time to talk about anything related to the game during the run because we are pretty behind in the schedule. So let's start from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Hopefully nothing bad is gonna happen. So thank you so much for the good luck, Gooby. And well, Professor Layton and the Curious Village, first game of the franchise, released for the Nintendo DS in 2007, 2008. The game was released during that years, but this is a re-release of the game. We're playing the Japanese version. I'm playing it on a flashcard because at the beginning I say, okay, let's use the original card that I have right here. But then I realized that there's a section for flashcard runs. That was gonna be good for me because the American version is slower due to some puzzles being different and taking more time to complete. We're using the Japanese re-release version, which is known as the friendly version, where puzzles are more simple to complete since this was oriented for children. And well, Gooby, if you wanna talk to us about what is happening here and what am I...
The last time I played this game was probably like 15 years ago, so it might not be super accurate. But essentially,
anything helps.
There we go. To what I remember, you can kind of figure it out. But Professor Layton and his assistant Luke here, they get a mysterious letter in the mail. But then the map they do to like get to the Curious Village that it told them to go to. It's kind of in a weird puzzle, and they have to figure it out. So it's kind of like what you mentioned earlier. It's kind of like a test so that they can get into the Curious Village.
Yeah, so basically, the great Baron Reinhold passed away, and he had a big fortune. So the first person who solved the puzzle that he left before dying, this is gonna be the person who's gonna get all that money. But years has passed and nobody has been able to solve the puzzle. So somebody, I don't remember right now the name, it's a lady, I know that, but I will try to remember that later on the run, called Professor Layton requesting some help in order to see if he was able to solve the puzzle and finally see what does the Baron made before dying. And well, in order to access to the town, first we got the minigame where, well, the puzzle where we need to guess how to arrive to the town. Mostly the top screen is gonna give you the instructions about it's gonna talk you about the puzzle, and with that you need to guess how to solve it properly. So
we got a donation in $50 from Nuclear Stomp saying, "The super groovy music has inspired me to donate." No, wait, I was gonna do that anyway. Thank you so much, Nuclear. Very appreciated.
It's pretty fantastic music.
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack of this game. I'm not gonna lie about that.
It's real groovy. It's really groovy.
Definitely,
I'm having a blast listening to this game.
Well, now that
Wait.
we have solved this, in order to be able to access to the town, what we need to do is that we have here Franco, who puts us another puzzle in order to access to the town. And well, once we solve it, we're able to access here, and we need to do some stuff before we're able to keep progressing into the game. Now we're talking to Stajin, and otherwise we're not gonna be able to keep progressing into the game because it's supposed that we need to go to the big tower that is in the town. And well, we get here the basic instructions about how the menu works and stuff like that. We're not losing so
Tutorial
much
time.
here. Yeah, tutorial.
Hooray. The lady's name from earlier is Lady Dahlia, also.
Lady
I'd like to
Dahlia,
bring
yeah.
that up.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the name I was trying to remember. And
Yeah,
well,
no
before we're
worries.
able to keep progressing, we need to keep talking with some random people. Now we're talking with Percy, who's gonna put us on a puzzle. But if I'm honest, I don't remember most of the puzzles about which is supposed that it's getting requests to find. So what am I doing is I'm just following some notes that I have in order to remember which are the puzzles that I need to complete and where do I need to go. Plus, in order to progress in the game, you need to complete a specific amount of puzzles, or at least an amount of puzzles. So that's the reason why, before keeping progressing into the game, I'm gonna keep tapping randomly on different spots of the screen in order to activate another puzzles. And something that I hate about this puzzle, where you use the touch screen in order to write something, is that the recognition system it has is kinda weird, because that's not the way that I used to do before. I used to do it on a very different way. And for some reason, if I do it on the regular way that I used to do, the game thinks that I'm putting a 2.
Yeah, it's a little weird like that. Kind of the DS writing recognition. I guess since we're here in the town and whatnot, it is called Saint Mystery, by the way, which, I mean, fitting name for game about puzzles and whatnot.
And with people
And yeah,
obsessed with puzzles also, because it looks like everybody has a puzzle for us.
Everyone, look at all these people! We've already met, like, a few people with puzzles. And then that number also is the picarets, by the way, that we get. Which are kind of like the points, I guess, you get after a puzzle. Kind of like how hard it is. If you get it incorrect, it also takes away some of them, so...
I suppose I need to put the keyboard one, right? And let's see if I don't mess up this again, because I used to forget all the time which is the one that I need to put. Yep, I need to put the lighter one. Well, it's normal. When I was practicing this, I failed this all the time because I forgot entirely which is the that I need to do. I mean,
It's
when I
all
played this
good.
casually, I got it on the first attempt. But considering that my Japanese is not so skilled, well, I have that dub then. So I'm just checking the guide in order to see what's the that I need to do in this puzzle. But even with the notes, I'm messing up everything.
It makes it much harder when it's in Japanese, too. So, there's that. Like, this game's already hard. Reading in my native language,
I'm gonna quit it and I'm gonna do it again because I got distracted.
Okay.
But yeah, this is one of the few puzzles that I used to have problems, but not because they're hard. It's because I'm not a good person trying to keep a lot of information on my brain. So, which is something
no
curious
worries.
because I used to be a person who uses to don't forget nothing. This is what I need. I need to pick the lighter one. There we go. Yeah, expect that there are gonna be few minigames where I may do the same kind of mistakes. Because it's pretty specific what do you need to do, and unfortunately this is one of the few puzzles where we have this kind of differences. And now before we're able to go to the mansion, we need to face Ramon, who again is gonna put us another puzzle to complete.
Another puzzle?
So,
I never would have guessed.
I hope that up to this point, everybody has understood what is supposed that is gonna happen during all the rooms. So while I do the puzzles, you feel free to say anything you want to say.
I do remember this one. The goal of this one is to try to not have the wolves eat the chickens here. They're both hanging out on the other side, you gotta separate them. But there's like specific requirements on how you have to move them, so.
Yeah, and also there's a limited amount about how much movements you are able to do.
Yeah.
You need to be really
So
careful with that.
It's things like that. It's not just like, oh, put them all like over at the same time. It's like they gotta be specific, or they can't have one wolf and one chicken, I believe, at the same time.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to enjoy this kind of puzzles, so I recognized most of the puzzles of the game. Because for some reason, I was kind of hyperactive when I was a kid, so a psychologist told my parents that I need to do a lot of puzzles in order to try to control myself, so I bet that in some way that's the reason why I hated this game when I was playing it. I mean, it's not a bad game, the history is really interesting, but I really find it annoying, and every 10 seconds you need to make a puzzle in order to progress.
No, yeah, I get that. Like, the story is like pretty good, that it's like, ugh, you gotta stop it now, here's a puzzle you gotta figure out. It's somewhat related, but not entirely related, so yeah, I totally get that. Alright. I believe... yeah, there we go. Let's go into the manor here.
And another puzzle to complete. And if I'm honest, when I played this casually, I didn't understood exactly what I needed to do in this minigame, so this was one of the few minigames where I needed to Google an answer, because I did not understood exactly what the game was trying to tell to me, considering that I was playing the English version of this game when I was playing this casually.
No, I get that. Some of them are confusing. Like, it's kind of like... yeah, they're just...
because that... it's supposed that puzzle talks about a perspective about with a dead dog. That I don't remember. I don't recall exactly the history about this, but well, you get the point about what am I trying to say. But at least something I'm glad about the puzzles is that there are a few where you need to introduce text or numbers, so I don't need to deal with the awful recognition system that this has. So at least that's something good, because well, I don't know if in the legacy section people was able to see that, but I'm playing this on a 3DS with a capture board, because why not? And because I'm not a fan of playing DS games on emulators, mostly talking about the games where you are gonna be using a lot the touch screen. So when I got this game on the game raffle, I just said two things. So first of all, Ariel, I hate you. And I told him that. And I need to clarify that Ariel and myself are friends from some years ago, so we know each other. So I told him that I hate him for putting this game. And also I say, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to use my 3DS for speedrunning purposes. And now we met Lady Dahlia here.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing Ariel run this in the past, so shout out to Jug Ariel.
Yeah, he is a big fan of Layton series. And well, what happened here is that, as we have listened, there was a big explosion, and then Lady Dahlia's cat, I don't remember her name right now, the name of the cat, and got scared, so the cat ran away, and we need to catch her. So yes, now...
Claudia?
We were calling... Yeah, Claudia, thank you so much. Yeah. And now it's supposed that, well... It's supposed that we're called for helping for a puzzle, and now it's supposed that we are now cat chasers. So it's really interesting how everything is getting turned into the game about all the things that you need to do. And also something funny that I found about this. Sometimes the game recognizes my 0 as a 6, so I just do this and it understands that it's as a 0. I discovered that accidentally when I was practicing this at midnight, when I was pretty far away on the run, because I said, okay, let's give it a try to this, and I found that really funny. Because I know that
Yeah.
in some countries the cereal gets it's written like that, with a diagonal on it. So it made sense for me that that happens. And well,
Four,
let's keep doing minigames.
4 and 6 and 0 in particular seem to be the ones where it gets a little like, oh, is that a 0 or 6 or yeah, so
Yeah, but
Not
we
bad.
need to understand that this was like the first commercial success of having a touch screen on a mobile gaming device. The first successful one, because there's a chance that before there was an attempt, but since this were the first system designed like this, there's a high chance that obviously everything goes wrong or nothing worked perfectly, but most of the time looked like all of these things were proper with the game, and now we see
yeah.
a couple of portraits here. The first one is from the Baron, and the second one, I don't remember exactly what does the history say. But on this section, this other guy that I forgot his name told us that he was the child from the Baron. So now we need to keep looking for Claudia, and guess what? If we go out of the mansion, she's here. But what has happened when we try to get close to her? She ran away again. So, nice meme. And we need to keep chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And now we see this random guy that we don't know who he is, but looks like he was responsible for the explosion we have listened some minutes ago. And well, now let's move back to the town. Okay.
Oh, what?
No, wait. Suppose that here I needed to trigger a minigame. A puzzle. Well, I'm mostly a party games guy, so that's the reason why sometimes I get confused and I say minigame instead of there we go. I don't know why it doesn't work. That was weird. Well, not really.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time that I got this issue here, because later on the run there's another section where I have problems with triggering some elements in order to get some puzzles, and I'm gonna try to remember that these are puzzles and not minigames. And mainly that's my fault, because I really like to play a lot of Mario Party games. Not the best
no
player,
worries.
but I enjoy them. Mostly since
They're
I
kinda
was messing up with Mario Party Superstars. It was a very relaxing speed game until I began losing against easy CPU. But we're not here to talk about Mario Party. We are here to talk about puzzles and more puzzles, because now we need to go to the hotel that is on the town. Because if I remember correctly, Layton and his helper were looking for some place to take a rest. And I don't think I need to mention what is gonna happen once I enter there. And no, this was...
Could it be a
This
puzzle?
was not. Yeah, but first we need to see Claudia again. How the Layton helper, what's his name? It was Luke or something like that?
Luke, yeah.
Oh, Luke. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because in Japanese it's pronounced as Luca, so I thought, okay, it's Luca, or something like that. And well, now Luke tried to get Claudia. He was not able to get her. You have seen what happened, and that's the reason why I prefer dogs over cats. I mean, cats are amazing animals, but I prefer dogs definitely. And I don't know why I tapped on Beatrice. This was not the time. Well, it's fine. Because here she's gonna give us an in item that we are not gonna use. But we need to click on these things in order to keep progressing. So I think that is irrelevant to who I'm gonna give the items. If I'm gonna give it to Layton or to Luke. And well, guess what? Another puzzle.
Can we get some puzzle hype in chat? Can we get some puzzle hype hours going up here? I need a puzzle hype. Yeah, there we go. Get a puzzle hype train. Look at that. Thank you.
It feels fine to know that there are people who enjoy puzzles. Yeah,
this game was really...
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Puzzles are not bad. Puzzles are bad where you need to make them every time you breathe. So
I get that. It was a pretty popular game overall. Like this series, this was kind of like the starting point. It really took off after it. There's also even...
Yeah, go ahead.
Like let's see, there's a few other games. I think there's like over 5 and a spin-off where they collaborate with Ace Attorney too, so that's kind of cool.
No, wait, I pressed the wrong button, so I triggered another puzzle that I need to complete, so...
Puzzle hype.
Oh no, I needed to make this puzzle later on the run. I think. But well, I made it here, so means... Yeah, that's another problem. I'm not... Since I'm talking a lot, that I'm not getting focused really on what I need to do, but this puzzle needs to be performed later on the run, so I'm fine. So nothing is bad here.
All good.
Yeah, I need to see because I think that I got lost in what it's supposed that I need to do. Okay, there we go. I'm fine. Because also, sometimes there are a lot of characters on screen, but since I don't know the names, that can be a problem sometimes.
There's a lot. You don't need to know all of them. I know there's only one that stands out from like these NPCs. It's that guy, like with the hat and the red shirt. I think he's like Sachin Scarf or something. That's just a great name. Can we get a shout out to Sachin Scarf? Along with puzzle hype. Gotta get some more puzzle hype too. There's a lot of puzzle hype.
Yeah, now guess what I need to do after I talk with Agnes.
More puzzles?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we get the point of this. I will say that like 90 to 95% of the run are puzzles.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't be surprised if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
And well, now we need to go to the park gate. I don't remember exactly why, but when I was learning this, the guy told me that I needed to do that, and guess what? Cloudy is here again. And obviously Luke is gonna be really angry because he tried to catch her and he wasn't able to do it.
Mm.
No, for some reason looked like she wanna come with us.
There's the cat.
And well, there we go. We got the cat. Now we are Professor Layton and Luke. Puzzle solvers and cat chasers. So yes, it's a pretty interactive game.
Can we get some cool cats in chat? We need a cool cat train going on. But you're right, this is a cool, like, interesting game. It's kind of like a puzzle book with a story. It was kind of meant to be like a lot of like casual players to play like, oh, I'll do a few puzzles and kind of go around and maybe like save, come back to it later. Oh, I'll do a few puzzles today and things like that. So there we go. I see a cool cat and a Heracross, which I mean,
Well,
almost.
Well, how does this guy with the glasses was called?
Yeah, this is Inspector Shelmy. He's kind of one of the main antagonists in this story. And kind of a lot of the Professor Layton series. He's kind of like, I don't know, like the evil detective, I guess. Or like accuses you and you have to... He's got shoulders, that's true.
No, I was talking about Simon. I needed to Google that really quick. So now it looks like Simon is dead. So we need to investigate what happened there. And it looks like there was a gear close to Simon. That we need to remember that for later on the game progress. So well. Also, people in the chat, if you see that I mess up with something about I forget the name of something or somebody, feel free to type that in the chat. Let's consider this like a kind of interactive run with the viewers, because usually some marathons tells to you to don't do this kind of things, but here we are doing random things on Speedromizer. So
You
who
went
was
home.
Chinlu? Chinlu
You
was
went
this guy. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the names of everybody because then when I see 2 or more people from the same gender and I remember that the guy told me tap on this guy, my brain say, who is this person?
Right.
So,
Like,
so that's the reason why I keep like trying to guess what it's supposed that I need to do. And since the game is full in Japanese, I'm mostly in a kind of, am I doing this properly?
I get that.
No, wait, why? What am I not able to move?
So at this point in the story, we're trying to like prove our innocence that we didn't murder Simon here. So getting our
Yeah,
alibi in place.
Yeah, because now we need to discover a murder that happened recently, so a lot of things are happening here.
You can see how this got a spin-off game with Ace Attorney. There's very similar situation to an Ace Attorney game here.
And well, for now, just let's keep mashing and mashing, but I don't know if it's faster to mash with the
The stylus or the
stylus or
buttons?
with the buttons, yes.
Yeah.
And well, now looks like Ramon disappeared, so we need to find what happened there. So that's the new mission that we get on this chapter called The Missing Servant. Because that was something that Dahlia told to us. And now Simon is dead and Ramon disappeared, so what happened here, I don't know, but it's supposed that we need to discover that.
Clues. More clues.
But yeah, if you like puzzles, you're gonna be loving something that's gonna happen later on the run. And well, suppose that I'm trying to get out of here, but the game is not letting me to do that. I don't know why. There we go. So now we need to talk again with Matthew. Keeping talking about the situation. So basically what are we getting here is just getting hints about what is happening, or well, making theories about everything that is happening right now, or something like that. I try to guess, but try to remember, because for some reason my brain decided to block all the things that I learned about the game when I was playing it casually, and I don't know if that's something good or bad. And now, well, we get out of the house and we see that Claudia has the Simon glasses. So this is something I don't know exactly how to explain. Well,
Claudia's
Emily
helping us
keeps
out.
telling us. Right. There's an imposter among us. Looks like that.
Yeah.
So basically, this was Among Us before Among Us existed.
There we go. Good 10 years before it.
Yeah, because remember, Among Us was released on 2018, but it became popular 2 years later.
Yeah. This game was 2008, so... Right, I think 2008.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think I remember this puzzle, and I really liked it because he talks to us that there was a guy with a lot of candles. I think they were 10, and the wine turned up some of the candles. So we needed to guess at the end of the day which candles are gonna keep surviving, which wasn't gonna get consumed by the fire, by its flame. So I need to say that some puzzles are really interesting. That was the fun part, to try to guess the answer. The part that was not fun was simply just to need to do these things every 10 seconds. But again, I understand the point of this game, because these are those kind of games to spend a lot of time. So I will say that if you are on a pretty low budget and you wanna get a game that is gonna take a good amount of time for you to complete, so you can spend a lot of time on it, Professor Layton series are good for it, definitely.
Yeah, definitely would recommend it. Because, I mean, this is a speed run, so it's going to be going quickly. But, like, but yeah, I mean, like, a lot of these puzzles will take, like, quite a lot of thought to get into. Remember, took, I don't know, puzzle will take, like, quite a while. They can be kind of tough sometimes, so, definitely is, like, worth the money for this game.
Looks like this is a kind of grocery store, and we have 4 puzzles here to complete. I think this is the last puzzle that we need to do here. And also I like this other puzzle about the chairs. I don't remember exactly what was this set. It was something related to a kind of stadium or a place for events, and you need to get different chairs that, depending on the situation, you can stack them or reduce its space. That those get used. Something like that, I don't remember exactly.
It's for the people getting excited out of their chairs for Speedromizer. You think we could buy some puzzle hype in the grocery store too? Do they have puzzle hype in stock?
Here we have a good amount of money, so I think that we get a lot of hype for everybody on the chat. So
there we go.
Let's keep moving.
Puzzle hype for everyone.
Yeah, at least I need to say that I like that if I move to a different place, there's like a chatting section instead of directly a puzzle. But well, every time that you meet a new character, you need to do a new puzzle zone. That was not a 1. Why do you thought that was a 1? That was a 3. Sometimes I don't understand this game.
That DS recognition, I suppose.
Yeah, we can't expect so much. They do their best. They do their best. They have done their best. They do their best, so I don't complain about that.
Brain Age kind of had a similar situation, so the Brain Age uses very similar.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah,
I remember those old days. I used to spend a lot of time on Brain Age also on my uncle's DS because I never got a DS. The first portable Nintendo console I got was a 3DS in December 2011, and it was a red console like this. That included Super Mario 3D Land, so it was really cool.
Nice.
There's another console I needed to buy because my old 3DS died.
Oh.
Yeah, the flex problem. It got the flex problem, and after some point, it never boot up again. So I got a new 3DS instead. But with the capture device, I have this old 3DS because this is a loopy capture card. The batches that he got again back in 2020, and I was really lucky to get one. I need to admit that because I bought it on November 2020. And
oh yeah,
if I remember correctly, some weeks ago, all the capture boards went sold out. So I was lucky to buy one.
Yeah, Loopy tends to like have stock and then sell out kind of quickly. So
yeah,
my first DS was also red, so glad you got it. Shoutouts to everyone who played Brain Age here in chat. Can we get some brain emojis? You played Brain Age?
Okay, wait, I think I did some... Oh, no, wait. Sometimes I get confused with myself about what I need to do. I know what I need to do, but then I think that I mess up with some steps, but look like at the end I'm fine, so... I think that another thing that I enjoy about trying to run this is that I mess up by myself everything, and then I'm trying to not get into panic, just to realize that I'm not bad, I haven't missed any steps about what I need to do and things like that, so it's really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes there's that fear of relying on the muscle memory, but it works out okay, so...
Yeah, and I'm not lying if I say that I have notes with every specific thing that I need to do, mostly because I'm aware about how I am.
I mean, I don't blame you, because there's a lot to remember in this game, so I don't blame you at all, yeah.
A lot of point and clicking, but, well, you get the idea.
So there you go.
Well.
For anyone wanting to get into speedrunning, you could use notes, get started, help you out. Highly recommend it. So.
And after some runs, you simply can drop the notes and keep doing your stuff.
Exactly. So shout out to this guy who has a very similar looking hat to Luke. Like, pretty similar. With a blue kind of... I guess it is more of a beanie cap, but... Could it be a puzzle? Puzzle hype?
Fortunately, no.
Oh, puzzle disappointment.
No, fortunately, we're gonna be taking a small break from puzzles for a bit. But we're gonna be getting a cutscene in a bit, so... We're still getting information about what happened with Ramon and all that kind of things, but honestly, I don't recall exactly what happened there. So we can take a small break from puzzles, and I think we have like 2 minutes for any announcement related to the marathon, and if you want to say something.
We got a lot of stuff coming up around the corner. This is an awesome run so far. I'm loving what you guys are doing with it. This is so much fun. I've never seen this game before, so it's really cool to be a part of this in like any capacity and just being able to watch it. I don't think we have any new... Oh, we do! We have one more! Beautiful! From Kristen, we have a $10 donation that just came in with no note, but $10 donated towards the cause. So thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen.
And thanks so much, everybody who has been contributing for a good cause. While you are seeing how runners are dealing with games that they are not used to run, and they just trying to learn to be featured on the marathon. So, Fatso, believe me, I'm doing a lot of effort on this. Trying to remember exactly all the things that I need to do.
Speedrunning is not an easy thing, and you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Ghost's doing all the work. I'm just here.
Well, you are doing a great job commentating.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
I'm really glad that group appeared to help me here because I really needed a lot of help. I told that to Fatso, and he told me where should I try to look for commentators. But as always, I'm the kind of person who will always forget his breakfast, so...
I feel it.
I forgot to look for a commentator also.
No worries, totally get it. Here, happy to help out, so... If, Kara, if you're around, can we get one puzzle hype?
You know what? Hey, chat. Puzzle hype.
Puzzle hype.
I gotta do puzzle hype in all caps. Please. If you have a chat, you have hands, and you have a keyboard, puzzle hype.
Puzzle hype, there we go. Look at these puzzle hypes, yeah!
Yeah, love to see it.
Oh well, everybody were with puzzle hype. Well, guess what?
Are we getting a puzzle disappointment? Or are we getting a puzzle hype? Oh,
Guess what?
Puzzle disappointment. Can we get a puzzle sadness?
Puzzle sad! Can we get a puzzle sad in chat? There's a puzzle sad followed by a frowny face, if you wouldn't mind.
Exactly, puzzle sad. Oh wait, but puzzle hype! We got a puzzle!
Oh, puzzle hype!
But yeah, guess what? Now, if you have been liking a lot this hype with the puzzles, now we're gonna be doing a lot of puzzles in a bit for like 5 straight seconds.
It was a premature puzzle sad. This is puzzle hype.
Yeah, but we're getting close to that section. Well, now this puzzle we need to take this red ball to the bottom. So I need to try to make the people think that I'm getting concentrated into completing this. So I'm gonna try to pretend that I'm getting focused.
Block puzzle hours, here we go. Puzzle height? Puzzle height? This is one of the staple kind of puzzles in the Professor Layton series too. Like if you play, there's a lot of them on the DS and 3DS. And if you play any of the later ones, this is one that'll kind of come back often as like, you've got this marble and you gotta put it into the hole there, so. Which, I mean, Ghost makes it looks easy, but
yeah,
it's hard.
And now we're gonna go directly to a lot of puzzles in a row. So I really hope that the puzzle hypers get hyped for this. I'm really excited because now we're talking with Granny Riddleton. I don't remember exactly what she told to us, but now we're gonna be going to the puzzle house door, and now we can.
Here comes the puzzle drop.
Puzzle house?
Yeah, we can do a lot. We're gonna be doing a lot of puzzles here. It's supposed that here we're gonna be doing the puzzles hat that I made before, but it looks like I made that before, so nice, I guess.
Puzzle height. Let's go.
Puzzle height. This is looking real good.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the amount, but I'm pretty sure that now we're gonna be doing more than 10 puzzles in a row.
Hey, more puzzles is more puzzle height, and that gives us fuel. That is fuel.
Holy Jesus Christ! Please stop saying.
All right.
Now, so I'm doing a big effort in order to don't switch my language to Spanish, because for some reason I have been feeling that I wanted to say something, that I'm gonna start to say that in Spanish, and then I realized you need to speak in English, bastard. Well, my brain tells me that to me, so I say, okay, let's keep on English. Because I don't know why. There are maybe nobody has noticed that, but nope. But sometimes I was gonna start to talk, and I was gonna say something in Spanish because it's my main language, and that's a signal that I need to practice my English, because recently I haven't done streams on English, and I have noticed that my English is getting worse and worse every time. And I say, you're a speedrunner and you get featured in a lot of marathons on English, why don't you keep streaming on English? And I said, touche. And then I realized that what I have said is not on English, and that I need to keep focusing the puzzles that it's supposed that I need to complete. And well, this one's... Obviously, again, I am using some visual helps here in order to remember exactly how to do this, because I need to connect all these letters without any line interrupting them. So again, I have nothing to say here, so there's a good moment for making announcements or say anything related to puzzles. But we'll keep joining a lot of puzzles that we need to do, because I think that we're not on a half of the way that all the puzzles that we need to complete, because again, in order to access to the last section of the game, we need 75 puzzles completed, otherwise we cannot do this.
I'm trying to remember how many are in this game. I think it's like over 100, if I remember right.
Well, you need to complete 82 during all the run.
Right.
But there are more.
Yeah.
Well, here we're going to be having two puzzles that we're not going to be doing. 23 and 24, we're going to skip directly to 25. Because even when we're progressing on the game history, we're still getting more puzzles to complete. But yeah, more puzzle hype.
Let's go.
And do you know what I'm gonna be doing next?
What's next?
More puzzles.
Another one? Another one.
Another one. Yeah, I think I need to do another like 3 or 4, and then we can keep progressing into the game. But again, something good is that puzzles are the same all the time. Just if you want like the one with the weeks at the beginning are slightly different, but most of them keeps being the same all the time, so I need to get worried about that.
It is nice how you can do them just all here, essentially, and just just back to back, so you don't have to like kind of do them like go to a random NPC or anything to find them. You know.
Yeah, that's something that I really appreciate about this. Otherwise, in general, this was gonna be something really awful. Speedrunning talking.
ルーク、私の回答はこれだ。謎は解けるから謎なのさ。
And more puzzles are coming.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think there are more than 10 puzzles that I need to do here. This is the cap attacker that takes longer to complete in the speedrun.
これでどうかな？
Mostly due to all of these things that we need to do, so this is gonna be the longest chapter because now we are on chapter
当
4.
然さ、英国紳士としてはね。
And I like how in many puzzles where you need to introduce a number value, the values are the same for most puzzles. For example, we got a puzzle before where the answer was 1, and for this puzzle the answer is gonna be 1 again. And I like how you just draw a line and the game recognizes that you are writing a 1 directly.
謎は解けるから
And
謎なのさ。
guess what is gonna happen with the next puzzle that I need to complete.
What's that?
It's another one where I need to put a 1 again.
Another one.
It's an answer. See, yeah, I really like that. I'm not gonna
These
lie.
puzzles are.
Yeah, because
these
again, we
puzzles
need
are
to
really
remember
fun.
that this is a re-release of the game that was focused for children, so puzzles are more easier to complete due to that.
Hmm.
We're gonna keep going with numbers, but now we're gonna be switching the 1 for a 6, and we're gonna have 2 6 here. 2 number 6. Now that I'm realizing this, every time that I see a 6, if in case that there are more minigames with a 6 right now, later in the game, because right now I don't remember exactly that, I'm gonna write a 0 because as you have seen, the game thinks that when I put a 0, it's a 6. So I think that for meme purposes, I'm gonna try to do that, in case that I can remember that for the next time that I need to introduce a number 6.
先生、これでどうですか？解けましたよ、先生。
Yeah, sometimes in the field, well, as for me, when I was learning the game, I felt all the time that I was not gonna complete this section never. That this was not gonna. Well, this was gonna keep going all the time, and I wasn't gonna be able to finish this section because this looks like something infinite, and I was like, okay, I have made tons of puzzles. How many puzzles did I need to keep doing? And boom. If the people who enjoys puzzles are enjoying what they're watching, I consider that I'm pleased with what am I doing here. I'm doing a big sacrifice for all puzzle lovers and puzzle hypers on the chat, so
私の回答はこれだ。
I'm doing a lot of effort for everybody, so everybody can enjoy
英国紳士としてはね。
in this game.
Enjoying so many of these beautiful puzzles. Look at all of them.
Yeah. I think I just need to complete another 3 puzzles, considering this one. And there's another problem that I had with the input recognition, because in order to put a 9, this is not the way that I use to do the 9. And I used to do it like this, but the game thinks that it's a 0, so... And also it's a weird way how I need to put the 5, because I need to stop drawing it in order to make the game recognize that I'm writing a 5. I don't know why that happens, but that happens. Oh yes, I know when that happens. Because this is the DS recognition system. So.
There we go. Third time. That's all I needed.
Yeah. Just 2 more puzzles and then we can keep progressing into the game. I want to test something. Yeah, I knew it. I just wanted to draw a 6 and put a diagonal, and the game recognizes it as a 0. So I find that funny, not gonna lie.
解けたよ、ルーク。
Yeah, that's all it needs. There, as long as you got something consistent to make those zeros, so
Yeah. And now the last puzzle that we need to complete, and after this we can keep progressing the story. I need to put a lot of attention here because I get distracted here really easy, because what I need to do is that I need to separate these numbers in groups that in total gets, it gets a total of 100, so I need to be really careful with this because sometimes that red line confuses me. And when I feel that I have completed this, it looks like I haven't completed it yet. So it looks like everything is fine. Let's see if I haven't messed it up.
これでどうかな
Okay, first try. This was really good because on my practices I used to fail this at least one time. So I'm really happy that I got this in the first attempt. So well, 2020, 24, you don't need to do them. So we're just gonna live. And we need to go to the middle of the alley. And we're gonna tap this door. And again, let's keep looking for more puzzles because people like puzzles. And guess what? There's a puzzle where you need to introduce the number 1. Again,
These puzzles are number 1.
we are number 1.
これでどうですか？僕だって先生の弟子ですからね。
So again, I need to Google something really quick. There we go. Because again, Runner forgot characters' names. I think that for the next time, instead of putting the character names, I'm just gonna put something like tab on the guy who is dressed like this or something like that. So that's gonna be more helpful for me. Yeah, well, you get the point about what I'm trying to say. And well, something that I need to mention about this is that when I was practicing this, I got really confused about what I need to do or what I need to tap. Because here we need to complete a small puzzle here with how does this things are called in English? I forgot it again.
先生、これでどうです
Matches.
か？
And with the hanging meat, and then when I was learning this, the guy said tap on prosciutto, but I was like, what is the prosciutto? And then after tapping randomly, it looks like is this thing on the table, so I'm gonna keep talking with this guy, and then he's gonna. I think that he was telling me something like somebody carrying a bag or something like that. I don't know exactly. So sorry, but I really forgot all of this, but. I'm just trying to do my best, trying to remember what is the that I need to say. And now it's getting pretty late here in the game, or at least it looks like. And now guess what? Looks like we found somebody taking Simon. We need to remember that he was lost, he was missing in action, he was the servant that disappeared in the last chapter. So Layton and Luke found this random guy who has on this that looks like has Simon on his back, so they're trying to chase him, but as always happens, they miss him, so they just need to keep looking and trying to find where does this guy went or something like that.
なんだ
But yeah, more cutscenes. At least I really like that the game has puzzles. I really like. Well, you have seen the effects of puzzle me. I was gonna say that I was really glad that the game has different cutscenes. And again, we found this gear similar to the one we have found when Simon died. And for now, we got a clue about what happened with Simon. We got the idea about what happened with him, but for now, we don't know exactly how to save him or what happened to him exactly. And I really like how everybody is muted on this Discord call. I was scared again that my stream went nuts like in the previous attempt.
Yeah, it's been looking good. So
Yeah, this is really good. Looks like this tech issue disappeared.
yeah,
And now that I'm realizing that I forgot to local recording my run, so. Oh well, we have the marathon bot anyways. I used to local recording all my runs just in case that something goes bad, mostly with my internet connection that was messing up before, so I'm really glad that up to this point nothing bad happened besides I wasn't recording locally my run, but it's fine, we're good here.
yeah.
So again,
Everything's looking good.
Yeah, after all this dialogue, we just need to go outside of the house again. We're gonna get a little bit of chat, and guess what is gonna come next?
What could it be?
A cutscene.
Oh,
But don't worry, we are getting close to another puzzle zone.
hey, there we go. We gotta have him back.
And now it's the morning because, well, they were theorizing on what happened with Ramon, and well, they were to dimensional talk about that, and well, they are humans, so they need to take a break. They need to sleep a bit. So we got back to the inn again, and now we get a no. What I was gonna say is gonna be told later. This is not the right moment for it. And we're gonna have here. Where is suppose that I was? Oh, okay, my bad. I got confused again with what I needed to do. But yeah, don't worry. If you wanted a puzzle, here you have.
There we go. We gotta have him back.
これでどうかな
And guess what is gonna happen on a bit?
解けたよ、ルーク。
Do you remember the 21st night of September and also that there's a puzzle house? Well, we need to go back to that puzzle house.
There we go. Favorite part in the game.
Yeah, because we have a lot more puzzles that we need to complete. So again, we're gonna be having a good amount of puzzles and again a good amount of time to keep talking about anything related to the marathon. So the host, if the host has something to say, this is gonna be a good opportunity for it. I think it is gonna take like 5 minutes.
全ての謎は必ず
Oh no, nothing crazy. Just watching the run, and I don't think any new donations have come in. However, we're having a blast with these puzzles. We're having a great time. Absolutely loving this run so far. You're doing a great job, Ghost. This is
Thank you
fantastic
so
to
much.
watch. No, thank you. This is awesome.
And now this is the puzzle that I hate the most because here we need to write in katakana. And the game takes ages to recognize
Oh no, you
this
have to
character.
like
Yeah, because
do
I don't
actual
remember
Japanese characters.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how this character is called, but there are 4 that looks very similar to this. I remember if I need to put a saw or something like that because I'm not putting attention exactly to what is the code that I need to write, but
This does look very brutal.
Yeah, this as a non-native.
there we go. That's
Japanese
the character I
person
was
would be
looking
tough.
for. So I
Yeah,
hope that I don't
beautiful.
mess up the other ones. And yes, I messed up one. So let's do this again.
Oh,
There we go. Did it work on the first attempt? I have an unpolished PB where I took like 5 minutes trying to do this. So okay, looks like everything is correct. Fortunately, this is the only grinding minigame puzzle.
解けたよ、ルーク。
So I don't need to deal again with my katakana because my katakana is really awful. I'm better with hiragana. I'm really bad with katakana. So honestly, I'm not surprised if I mess up this, but talking with Ariel about this, looks like this is a problem with the grinding recognition system of the DS. So You need to learn how to deal with it.
先生
And he was really a nice guy because he told me the secret to get the character I was looking for. So that was something really useful for me. But that doesn't mean that that was gonna be something easy because I messed it up again, the writing. But at least I didn't spend 5 minutes like when I was practicing this. So I think that we're good with
こ
that.
れでどうかな解けましたよ先生
But then more puzzles and more puzzles. And also these puzzles give us in items, which it's supposed that, if I don't understood correctly, because I never went to the inn when I was playing this casually, is that helps to us to help with the room decoration, for how our room looks like. And now the next puzzle is one of my favorite ones because I made this puzzle when I was a kid, years before this game was released. So it's one of my classic favorites. And also this one with the numbers was another one that I made because it's in that minigame you need to guess what the letter means, and it's supposed that each letter is the first letter of the number, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made something similar also when I was a kid, and also another similar to this, like there are 2 barbers in the town, so when one of them needs a haircut, they visit the other one, so you need to choose which is the good barber here. So I really like those because those remember me in my childhood when I used to spend a lot of time doing these kind of puzzles. I don't know what happened with that version of myself who enjoyed to do this kind of things by a lot. If I should have known this franchise before, I may have loved it also.
There you go.
But I
now
think that
you're-
I think it was pretty late for me to
これ
get
でどうです
introduced
か
to this. But at the end, it's interesting. I really like the history of this game. I'm not gonna lie about that.
先生の弟子ですからね
Yeah, bring back that part of yourself, so it's nice.
Just 2 more puzzles, and we can keep progressing into the game. And now I don't remember what this puzzles means.
さあどうでしょう
Well, we need to make that the game thinks that we are
先
really
生の弟子ですからね
masters solving puzzles, because we're doing this really fast. Anyway, last puzzle, and then we can keep progressing into the game. So I hope that you have enjoyed this puzzle, because again, we're gonna keep moving into the game, and we're gonna keep progressing into the history. But don't worry, we're gonna be doing another puzzle in like a minute, and so. So we're done with this. We can go outside of the puzzle house.
Oh, we gotta leave the puzzle house?
Yeah, but don't worry. We're gonna be watching puzzles later.
There we go, good.
And guess again, we're gonna be finding here. We're gonna be finding Claudia, and this is gonna take us to another puzzle. Yeah, we're still being on chapter 4. This chapter takes a good amount of time to get completed, so. Oh well, now something good is that we're gonna be taking a small break from puzzles from this point. And the good thing also is that chapter is gonna finish here. And now I don't remember exactly what happened here on the history, and I don't think if forcing Gooby to try to remember this when he played this the last time 15 years ago is gonna be a good idea.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah. Can try very general things about this game, but not like a detailed remembering of the story or whatnot.
And now guess who appeared again?
Oh, just chilling.
Ramon appeared
Welcome
again,
back.
so there's something really weird here because Layton and Luke saw that Ramon was kinda kidnapped last night and now he's here like if nothing has happened. So there's something that he needs to discover here. Well, let's keep progressing into the game. Let's go back to the house and start with Matthew again. We're gonna take a while in order to arrive to our next puzzle. So I will say that you can contain all your effort to say puzzle hype because, well, we're gonna have puzzles for a while, but we're only having some extra puzzles in a bit.
So a moderate amount of it. A moderate amount of puzzle excitement.
And again, let's go back to the town. But yeah, again, nothing interesting to mention on this point.
Suppose if the host had anything to bring up, that might be a pretty good time.
I always forget where my mute button is. I'm like looking for it for the next 2 seconds. I'm like, wait, they asked. Hold on.
Yeah, like, oh
Hold
no.
on. I'm trying to look. I can't find it. But as far as information goes, we're still sitting at a steady $560 for our Speedromizer project. This is absolutely wonderful, guys. Thank you so much for donating. Hoping, moving forward, right now, we have... I'm just gonna double check for the poll. We're sitting at $175 for Save the Animals and $135 for Kill the Animals. So just gonna throw that one out there just in case anybody wants to donate. You are more than welcome to do so and to put that donation towards the cause that you are interested in seeing later tonight.
And as I always to say,
Mm-hmm.
and as I will always say, save the animals, troll the runners. Sorry, but I like to see. If people likes to see me suffering with this game, I like to see everybody suffering with any other game. So remember, guys, save
Well,
the
right now
animals,
you're looking-
please.
Yeah, right
I'm donating
now it's
for saving
looking
the
like it's in your
animals.
favor. Looks like Save the Animals right now, so we shall see later as well.
I hope
Yeah.
it's so, definitely.
I'm with you, Ghost. I'm a save the animals kind of person. So
You know what? I too am a Save the Animals kind of guy.
all three.
Looks
wow.
like we
okay.
have.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
like we have bad people among us right now. There's an imposter
no.
among us.
I have a friend that speedruns, and he mainly speedruns a lot of modern games, but he is a strictly kill the animals kind of speedrunner. And I gave him crap about it the other day.
Hate to see it.
I was like, you're sure it's optimal, but is it ethically optimal?
There
That's the question.
Oh,
That's the big question.
that's-
ルーク、私の回答はこれだ。当然さ、英国
And we
Yes,
got
that's-
another puzzle.
Yes, there we go.
And now we need to keep moving in order to have another puzzle. Because why not? You're trying to keep an eye on the notes I'm using and trying to see what is happening in the game is not like an easy task for me. But I'm doing my best, people. I'm doing my best.
No, it can definitely be a hard thing to juggle. Like, game with notes and the game itself was definitely props to Ghost here for doing that.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that the game is entirely in another language. Like, you are doing a fantastic job at navigating through all of this.
Yeah, that too. That's a big part of it.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa GhostSenpai. Watashi no Mexico-jin desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I speak Japanese on a pretty basic level. So, in some way I also understand what is happening in the game, so I'm not kinda lost. I'm really bad with kanji, but I'm really glad that this has the meaning of the kanjis written in hiragana, so that's like something helps to me. I know few kanjis like watashi and nande, but when I was learning this, I felt really nice because I was in a plan like, okay, I'm understanding all of this, so this looks like all my effort, the effort that I have put into learning Japanese are giving good results.
It's pretty reassuring.
謎は解けるから謎なのさ。
So let's keep progressing into this. But yeah, mostly the problem is that if I get lost and I need to wonder what is happening on the game, so my basic Japanese level scares me because I'm better listening to Japanese rather than reading English and writing it, so that's like a problem for me. So when I find a section where there are cutscenes or there are voices there, that's something like really helpful for me. Because I defend myself mostly listening to Japanese rather than instead of trying to read it. And again, more puzzle. This is an easy one.
There's definitely a significant difference between reading a language and like writing a language as to just hearing a language and understanding it or being able to speak it.
Yeah, and also something good about this is that my main language is Spanish, and the pronunciation between Japanese and Spanish is kind of similar. So that's not like a problem for me. That's really the reason why I can understand really easy people speaking in Japanese, but that doesn't mean that I understand them at 100%. Maybe at a 45%. But I understand some things, so that's like something.
Hey, 45% is better than 0.
Absolutely. But if I say 69%, Fatso is gonna get annoyed with me.
Ooh.
Because some days, as I need to qualify this. I finished learning this at midnight today because I was really busy. And some days ago, I told Fatso that I haven't got enough time to learn this. So he asked to me, "So how confident do you feel that you are gonna be able to finish the run and do it live?" And I told him 69%. And I need to clarify that was not a meme. I was pretty sure that it was a 69%. Oh yes, I said that I was gonna say something. Oh no, for the 6th, I was gonna draw a 0. No. And now it's not giving me. Give me the 6.
Also,
there we go.
DJ has joined us here. Hi, DJ.
これでどうですか
Oh, yo, what's up?
So if he joins here, that means that I'm in trouble.
弟子ですからね
Or something is gonna happen against me.
Not yet.
Okay, that not yet doesn't sound pretty promising for me.
You got time. You got about 20 minutes.
Okay, I can make it. So,
Okay. I'm
You're on
going
golden
to mute now.
pace. You got this.
Yeah, let's try to finish this as fast as I can. Unless I'm having less problems starting my practice, so I feel really confident that I can finish this in the time gap that Fazo gave to me. He told me you have 1 hour and 45 minutes. But I'm gonna try to finish this in less than 140. Yeah, because trying to speak and trying to do this, it's like a big problem. And I lied, because this is another minigame where we need to write Japanese characters, but at least this is not something hard. So I can get this on the first attempt.
さあどうでしょう
And I need to say again that the soundtrack is really good. That's like the only thing that helped to me to get relaxed trying to run this.
Yeah, definitely a lot of like relaxing, just like if you're thinking on something, like good like thinking music. So
Yeah, I really like that a lot of DS games have an amazing soundtrack.
yeah, this is definitely one of them.
I used to emulate a lot the DS back in the day because I didn't have a DS. When I got a 3DS and it was backwards compatible, I was able to play a lot of good games. So
There you go. Enjoy more of this fantastic soundtrack.
And again, we need to go back to a hotel. We need to talk with Beatrice, which is the person who is attending here. I don't know how to feel about this because she shares the name that my mother has. And my mother passed away due to cancer last year, so I don't know how to feel about it. But well, now in this section, Beatrice is telling to us that that somebody came to the hotel, request a room, and then leave in the morning without paying, and there was a big mess up here. So I believe that person is the random person from the explosion that we saw at the beginning of the game. That's about that we don't know who is, but we are trying to wonder who is. And guess what? We're gonna be starting the chapter number 6 in a bit. So chapter 4 was really long. Oh, there we go. Chapter 6, the elusive tower. We need to keep moving. Now we're gonna be passing again to the tower, if I remember correctly. Well, now on this section, instead of going to the right like we have been going, we need to go to the left. And guess what? Another puzzle we're gonna be having here.
Who would have guessed?
これでどうかな
So on these puzzles that has 4 or less options, I don't know how to feel about that. Because I like to say that on a question that has 5 options, most of the time there are high chances that the 4th answer is the correct one. But we don't see nothing of that, so I cannot use that to make a good reference to something that will open a big fight on the chat. And it's something really good that we keep calm and we keep enjoying these kind of things. Because mostly that kind of thing that I was trying to say is something related to anime. And we know what happens when we try to open a dialogue about something related to anime. We never finish in something good. So instead of that, we just keep enjoying puzzles like this one, where again, the number 1 is the answer to everything. I really love this kind of things, not gonna lie. And we're gonna be enjoying a small cutscene on a bit again. And thanks, Chevy Orange, but yes, I don't feel so comfortable when I see a character with my mother's name on a game. It has been something really hard for me, but that's how the life is, so there's not so much I can do about it.
君は
And now we find this random girl. Well, we're asking her who is her, but we don't know nothing about her.
私たち
She's
は
just
あの
a
塔に行きたいんだ
random curiosity that appear elsewhere, and well, you need to wonder if there's something related to the history of the game.
あ、君
And I need to say that when I was doing my first run and I listened to this cutscene, I scared myself because I say, I understood everything. And I was like, okay, my Japanese skills are getting good. So we're progressing with this. And now we need to go back by a lot in order to reach another minigame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 bags and 1 left. And we're gonna face another puzzle. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot the lyrics of that song. And now let's move on to the next puzzle. I think it was with this guy. And we have another number puzzle, but in this case we have a 20. But again, since there's a 0, I can mean. In order to get a 0 when I wrote a 6. So, this is really good. And I don't know why, but when I was also running the game and I never talked with this girl, I was like, am I gonna be talking with her at some point? I don't know why I was like that, but guess what? You're gonna be talking with her.
これでどうかな
And another short chapter. I feel that we're gonna be able to
謎
finish
は
this
解
on
ける
time.
から謎なのさ
Maybe not on the 1 hour and 3 minutes estimate that Ariel put to this when he submitted the game, but we can finish into under a good amount of time. So we're gonna be able to finish this run. So we need to go to the abandoned park, which is gonna open the next chapter that we need to play. But well, for now we're not gonna enter there. We need to go back for a bit before we can do something like this. Which door was the one? Okay, it was this one. It was the door that I entered accidentally before the beginning of the run, but I can do that before, but I need to follow the guide, and the guide tells me that I need to do this right now, so let's do this right now at the point that the guide told this to me, because if speedrunners of this game made the guide, that means something. So shoutouts to all the community who has put a bit of effort working on these speedrunning guides for all the people who, for some reason, need to learn these games. And again, another puzzle where we need to put numbers. In this case, an 11, so we need to put 2 number 1s.
私の
And
回答は
on the next puzzle we're gonna be playing, because yes, puzzle hype, we're gonna be having some puzzles in a row, so please puzzle hype in the chat. We need to put 1000 on the next minigame. So I can meme with that. Because I can put a specific number and then trick the game to think that it's a different number. Things are taking a good amount of time.
先生これでどうですかやった
Okay, looks like I am remembering all characters' names, so this is really good for me.
Luke 私の回答はこれだ当然さ英国紳士としては
Does
ね
this word died, or just everybody's enjoying the run?
I think we're just kind of comfy. It's a pretty comfy game, so.
It's a very
Well, you have a
cozy
point there.
Yeah.
I'm like fully reclined back in my chair.
I cannot
watching
listen to
the,
you properly. You sound like you're a bit away from
Oh,
your
I'm a little
microphone.
muffled. Yeah, that's. I was leaning back
Yeah, I
in my
haven't
chair.
boosted your your volume to 100% here on Discord. But yeah, that's a signal that you're getting comfy with the run.
It's a
Oh, that's
very,
good.
very relaxing run between the music, the commentary, just the atmosphere is very, very good. So the reason you couldn't hear me too well is because I was literally reclining back very far.
Exactly.
Man, that sounds fair. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
これでどうかな当然さ英国紳士としてはね
Okay, yes, let's keep trying to enjoy the quality soundtrack that this game has. And we're gonna be good with that. And small cutscene with pre-rendered videos, because why not? Well, I think that was not a pre-rendered video, that was something done with the game engine.
quick shout out to the game's art style too. Very, very big fan of it. It's very like, very charming, I guess, be the word.
I don't know if this was hand drawn or well drawn by hand and not by the computer. I don't know how to say that on English. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
But I hope that I was able to explain what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then. I really need to practice my English because once on-site marathons come back, I'm gonna make my effort to go at least to every single edition from every speedrunning marathon that existed and are gonna exist. No, wait, I don't need to...
You're doing excellent here, so...
I don't know, maybe... Well, there are a lot of marathons in the United States that I wanna go, but traveling from a different country is not something cheap, as we can say. So I need to save a lot of money for a good amount of time, but yeah, I would like to go to different marathons.
Yeah, we'll see you there. See you at some of them, so...
And we have another puzzle.
Here we go! We went too long without one.
Yeah, I bet that there were people that began to feel weird about this, like, oh, there's no puzzle. Where's gonna be the next one? Something bad happened to the run, or why we're not watching a puzzle again? But guess what? We got a puzzle, so we still didn't get.
Everything is now in balance.
You know, we have some chatting about, I don't know, what are they saying? Because now they're using words that I'm not used to read, so... Because I think that's another thing that also helped me with Japanese. There are some words where... well, some words and phrases that I used to hear a lot on anime, so... Just like I'm getting used to that, so when I listen to some words, even if I don't understand correctly all the sentence, I understand what the characters try to say. And now we're gonna have a small cutscene here because something really weird is happening with the fortune wheel here in the abandoned park.
Yeah, and something. I mean, yeah, that happens to the Ferris wheel.
Run, Layton, run!
Yep. You better run.
And I really like how they try to escape and the fortune wheel follows them. I really like when that kind of things happens on any TV show, on any movie. I really love that kind of things.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who also tries to find some logic in some stuff on TV shows and things related. But when I see stuff like that, I just try to imagine that really happened in real life. I don't know, I'm a big fan of that kind of things.
It's a homing Ferris wheel.
Yeah. For being an abandoned park, looks like there was the last stuff on technology here because it looked like the fortune wheel was looking for people to ride on it. So there was I don't know. I feel like if it was something like the fortune wheel saw them and it wasn't like gonna plan, hey, come on here and ride on me. Don't try to escape from me. Oh well, sometimes trying to find logic to video games and stuff like this can be something good because you can find interesting things or can make good memes about that sometimes. It's not something bad about it at all.
Luke, 私の回答はこれだ。解けたよ、Luke.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of tags on Discord that starts scaring me because I found that funny that when I'm busy, I receive a lot of tags that when I'm free and doing nothing, Discord is pretty calm. Mostly that I'm trying to keep an eye due to what happened before. But yeah, I should be relaxed about it because it looks like my internet connection is going well.
Yeah, it's still good here.
Everything's super stable. You're all great.
But I need to... I don't need to feel so comfy because we need to finish this. So...
So, in this underground cave, we're gonna find a key to the tower, and we're gonna go kind of back to that later. That ominous tower we kind of saw, hanging out in some of the other cutscenes. So that's gonna happen here. We're kind of getting close-ish to the end of the story. So then we get everything kind of comes together. Then
Okay.
all the weird things.
Okay, I mess up this, I need to start it over.
Oh, no worries.
It's fine because I think that this you have a limited amount of movements you can do, and I made more movements that it's supposed that I need to do. So I prefer just to start this over.
これでどうかな。
Okay, there we go.
当然さ、英国紳士としてはね。
And now let's keep doing more puzzles and more puzzles. Well, let's keep finish this as we're running time. And after this dialogue, we need to click another poster, and we're gonna be getting another puzzle. We're gonna be getting an item. I don't remember function of this key.
Luke, 私の回答はこれだ。
But we're getting close to the end of this chapter in order to start with chapter 8. They're not all of 9 chapters, so I feel really confident that I'm gonna be able to finish this before Fatsa kicks me out of here. So let's do this as best as we can. And this is another section that I hate. I need to tap on the storage jack, but I'm glad that I got that really quick because when I was practicing this, it took a good amount of time to recognize that. I don't know why, but it happened. It looks like we're getting the marathon luck with this kind of things. So let's do this. We can keep feeling comfy. And hopefully Futz is gonna forget that I'm gonna get out of the max amount of time that I got to do this. And we're gonna be able to keep enjoying this, so let's pray for that. Let's get some chatting. And we're gonna start with the next chapter. And guess what? For all puzzle fans, we're gonna be taking a good amount of time in order to be to see another of these puzzles. So don't feel so bad about that. We're only having more puzzles later on the run. Let's go to the right, then let's go back, and let's go again to the inn, and let's probably get trees again. We're almost at the end. We're almost at the end. And also, well, once we finish with all chapters, something bad about the game, Speedrunning Talking, is that we need to see a really, really long cutscene before we're able to finish the game. So if we reach that section, I'm gonna let staff know and Fatso know in order so they can set up the next runner, which, if I remember correctly, is Fatso. So it makes sense for me that he's here right now.
Yeah. Yeah, next is Portal with DJ, so.
Puzzles will never end. It will be a puzzle wait forever.
The run may end, but puzzles.
The puzzles will live on.
The run may end, but puzzle block is forever.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this chapter is really short also. And there are no cutscenes here until the next chapter, so... Because I think that up to this point we have get the requirement of 75 in order to be able to access to the tower, because the last chapter is called the Tower Secret.
Yeah, so that's why we had to do so many throughout the game, because it gets... Otherwise it's locked at the end and you need to solve them, so...
Yeah, imagine when you're playing a game and then you want to reach the last stage and it tells you need to do this first. That was something that happened to me with a game that I also learned recently, called Pop Slinger. That, for my surprise, that one of the developers is also Mexican like me. And I knew that the person who made the soundtrack for it was also Mexican. And when I was playing the game and I unlocked the last stage, it told me that I needed to reach a specific rank in previous stages, so I needed to play everything again. I need to say that that's that's not so bad for me in this kind of games where you're progressing and it tells you no, to reach the end of the game, you need to get this requirement. I don't feel that bad, considering that nowadays in video games, if you want to unlock something, you need to pay for it. So... I'm not mad with this, definitely.
Yeah. So now we're kind of being suspicious about...
Okay,
Detective
I made
Tell Me,
something
right?
bad here. I think I made something bad here. No, not really.
Oh?
Or maybe, yes, no, yes, I think I messed up something. Or maybe not. Oh yes, I made... Nope, nope! I messed up again.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, because first I needed to click the third option and then the first one. So yeah, since I was clicking randomly on the past one, I got the correct one, so it was good. So in this case, I got confused and I thought that I messed up the previous selection screen, so I went again 3, 2, 1. Well, I went 3, I wanted to click the first one, but for some reason I clicked the second one.
This section is kind of similar to like an Ace Attorney thing, where you gotta get the whole like logic chain kind of right and piece everything together, so...
Well, I have never played any Ace Attorney, but I have played. Well, I haven't never played those games, but I played Ace Attorney, which is a game based on an Adult Swim show. So I guess that is something similar. And well, now we hit here Don Paolo, who is the antagonist of the game.
Yeah, so it was disguised as a Detective Shelmy the whole time, but he's actually Layton's arch nemesis here. We don't exactly know why he really hates Layton in this game, but he just kind of does. So that kind of solve some of the murder stuff that went on earlier with Simon and whatnot. So that's been solved. We get the little stamp. We solved it.
Yeah, that's the first thing that we have solved here. We're still having a lot of things to solve, but don't worry. We're gonna be doing that on a bit. Because now, since we're close to the end of the game, we're gonna be solving all the mysteries we have found up to this point on the game.
And I guess I do want to mention, Don Paulo was also part of the whole Ferris wheel thing that happened earlier. So he was the person who unhinged it and tried to crush Layton and Luke with it. So
yeah, and we're getting to the end of the game, so don't worry about that. And also, we are close to the end of the 8th chapter. And as I've said before, we have here no puzzles, so don't worry. Here on the last chapter, we're only having tons of them. And with that, we're gonna be able to reach the end of the game. Something good is that at least here we know that we just need to complete some puzzles, and then we just need to enjoy the last cutscene of the game, and with that, we're gonna be done. I feel that I'm gonna reach the cutscenes in like 1:44 or something like that. And then we're gonna be enjoying a lot of cutscenes. And I will start with the last chapter of the game. We're getting to the end of the run. The end of the run, sorry, if I haven't pronounced that correctly. So, well, they entered to the tower. Looked like it was pretty old, so they found it down, and they find all of these things with gears and a lot of different equipment, so they don't know what is happening here, but they recognize that based on the gears they found before, there's something included here, because also we have seen that there are a lot of pictures with all the people here in the town, so they're wondering what is happening here, why there were a lot of pictures of the villagers. And then we have here, I think it's Bruno, because here the game says that his name is Bruno, so I guess that it's Bruno, which is one of the few humans that are living here on the village. And now we get told that all the people we have met are robots.
Yep. So that explains a lot with that. So yeah, that's the big plot reveal.
And that's like the case with Simon about what happened with them, and also with Ramon, that they were not really dead, or he was not kidnapping them, he was just repairing them. So that's the reason why when they told everything to everybody, nobody knows nothing about it. So we get a big plot twist here. And what we're talking again about the golden apple puzzle that the Baron made before he died. So here now we get solve another 2 different mysteries in the game. We're still having 6 to solve, but we're close to get all of them. And now we're gonna be opening all these locked gates, and well, you guys, would you wonder which is gonna be the way that we're gonna be opening all of these things?
I wonder how. It's not like there's a pattern here. It's with the classic ball puzzle again, so. Yeah, if you play a lot of the series, they tend to have like that big plot reveal at the end, and they have a lot of mysteries until the very end, where kind of everything gets pieced together. So this is very much so starting that trend. Highly recommend to check out the series if you enjoyed this one, especially. So just to play casually, or if you want to speedrun it too. So
All the time we were, free Among Us because all villagers look pretty sus. Awesome.
oh, the whole village, the whole time. So yes, agreed. Portal and this game have a lot of similarities. I mean, there's a lot of robots in this game, a lot of robots in Portal. It completely segues.
And after this, we're going to be enjoying Portal, so everything is connected.
Everything connects.
So I will say, Fatso, you were more brilliant than I was expecting. I'm amazed.
Well, thank you.
Because now everything has sense, and now I see why he was telling me that I needed to learn this. Because I was part of the block's puzzle, so...
It's part of the timeline. We couldn't escape the timeline.
Honestly, I was just gonna say, do you think that like Portal is a post-Layton world? This is just on the timeline.
Exactly.
It all depends if Professor Layton has cake.
True.
True.
Yeah. That is a good point.
I mean, this universe would definitely have like bakeries and things like that, so definitely possible for them to have a cake. I don't remember like a cutscene of them ever having cake, but there's like scenes of them eating, so it's entirely possible.
Just real brief, how much time do we have left in this game?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 puzzles and like 3 minutes of cutscenes, and we're done.
I think I can give you 5 more minutes.
More than enough.
Alright.
Yeah, because during that 5 minutes we're gonna be I feel like we're gonna be watching the cutscenes, but the time is not gonna finish there. So that's like the bad part of it, so... No! And how is it supposed that I'm gonna finish this on time if I make mistakes like this? Yeah, let's give it a try again.
It happens, no worries.
When things happen. Mostly when we are running out of time.
But I guess since we're kind of near the end here, I really appreciate you letting me come by, Ghost.
We're almost to the end. We just need to do another 3 puzzles, and then we just need to see some cutscenes, and with that we're gonna be done. Let's move to the left. We need to open a gate again, and we have seen how we open the gates. So. No, wait. I messed up again.
You can really see though at the end of the kind of the game here how much they bring back these kind of block puzzles.
Yeah, and the problem with this kind of puzzles is that it gets requests that you need to make them in a specific amount of movement. So I cannot exceed that amount. So I need to be really careful with that.
Yeah, these puzzles they tend to be very particular like that. Like you could solve them if you like did a bunch of movements, but they want you to do a very particular one in like a certain amount of movements. So.
If somebody here has played any Harry Potter video game for PC, because the soundtrack reminds me Harry Potter 1 for PC. Mostly this song.
I haven't. I don't know if anyone else has though.
I used to play that game a lot when I was.
Not me, no. The only Harry Potter game I've ever played was the Lego Harry Potter back when.
That's another good game also. I really like Harry Potter.
I've played a couple of the Game Boy games and a couple of the Game Boy Advance games and the Game Boy Color one. So yeah, I can kind of see the similarities.
It's got that like mysticism and whimsy. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's definitely that kind of vibe.
There we go. We're
There we
almost at
go.
the end. Just 3 additional mini games, and then we just need to watch like 5 minutes in good sense, and the run's gonna be done.
Let's go. Clues come together. The puzzles have been solved.
And also, more mysteries has been solved. We just have 3 mysteries left, and with that, we're gonna be done with the game. And well, the next puzzles are easier. Well, the next 2 ones, because I think that the last one is it's a bit tricky. Because here I just need to put the cards on specific spots, and that's gonna be all that I need to do. Yes, the last one is a tricky puzzle. So, but that's not gonna be a problem. To complete, I just need to be really careful with my inputs, and it's gonna be everything. Come on. Thank you. We're almost done with puzzles. Just here we need
The
to...
best part about moving on from puzzles is we'll be moving into more puzzles.
Yeah.
The puzzles will never end here.
Puzzles not in no.
The puzzles are in my heart. The puzzles go on. Get a little bit of Titanic. My heart will go on.
Okay, we just need to reach the last puzzle we need to play, and with that we're gonna be done.
I'm so sad. There's no more then. That's only.
There's one
So
more. Yeah, so you should feel sad about it.
Oh,
It's bittersweet.
it is exactly.
Well, here we're having funny and a lot of things that tell to us what happened with the Baron and the kind of things, because also the lady was a robot replica of Baron's wife, who also passed away due to influenza, but a long time before Baron died.
Yeah. So we see there was kind of discrepancy there where there was someone in a photo who looked, like very
Looked
similar.
really very similar.
Yeah.
And well, last puzzle we're gonna be enjoying here. Really hope that everyone enjoyed the puzzles that we have seen in the game. We made a lot of squares here, right? And there we go. Last puzzle in this game, but not in the marathon. Because next round is Portal 2. And we're gonna be having more puzzles.
I was gonna say, that puzzle was amazing. What a way to end it. I
Yeah.
love that.
You need to make tons of squares. I don't remember exactly the reason behind that, but you need to make as much squares as you can there. So this is not like the puzzle where you need to divide numbers in groups of 100. And well, now we're gonna be keeping tapping and tapping and tapping and skipping a lot of text boxes, and we're gonna be watching the last cutscenes of the game. So if Fatso wanna get ready for his run, now it's a good time for that.
Oh, we're already ready.
Oh, okay. Got it. So now we have finished with all chapters. We just need to reach the end of the game. Yeah, because now we're gonna be having text boxes and cutscenes, and that's gonna be everything. Well, I think that I'm gonna be using all these times for make the last speeches because now we're gonna be seeing here again that strange lady we have found some cutscenes ago, just to realize that she is the daughter of the Baron, the same girl that was seen on the portraits on the mansion of the big house that was on the town where the lady who called us for help was. So
Her name is Flora too.
yeah, Flora Rainbolt. But yeah, we discovered her, but we still trying to wonder what is happening exactly. Just to keep reaching the end of the game, and well, now we listen to another explosion, and guess what? I killed some.
So yeah, Don Paulo is back.
Don Paolo is here again.
Can't believe we solved so many puzzles, so he has to get revenge on us.
That was just a small warm-up for all puzzles we're gonna be watching in Portal, because it's a shorter run, but that doesn't mean that there are gonna be few puzzles to complete. So well, I'm gonna make all my last speech just to cut the songs I finished the run. So first of all, thanks to all Speedromizer organizers for making this event. It was nice that the game that I submitted, Snow Brothers, got accepted and another person run it. I really enjoyed that experience because that's one of my childhood games, and it's kinda complicated to find people who wanna learn or give it a try to the game even casually nowadays, because the game was pretty popular back in this day, and nowadays a lot of people have been forgetting the existence about that title. Plus, well, also, I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to play a different game. In this case, was Professor Layton. I wasn't so glad that I was gonna run this, but after thinking a lot about it, I say, okay, so this is something that I'm not used to play, that I'm not used to run, so giving a try to something new was gonna be something really amazing. And I will say that less for me, it was the casual part was awful because, again, as I've said at the beginning of the run, I'm a kind of person who prefers to keep enjoying the game history, keep progressing into it, and keep discovering what is happening with the plot and that kind of things. But I found a bit annoying for me that every 10 seconds, literally talking, every 10 seconds I got a new puzzle, and if I haven't solved puzzles, I cannot keep progressing into the game. But putting that to aside, it was an interesting game, it was an interesting plot, and everything. I really enjoyed this experience, and also this helped me to annoy a little bit Ariel about the game, and also he was a really nice guy providing me the game version that I'm using right now. Plus he sent me all the guides and helped me to solve a lot of questions that I got for this game. I was really busy on this day, so I'm not lying if I say that in the midnight I was practicing this game. I finished my first run at 2 AM in the morning. I'm not lying about that. And I was just lucky practicing some stuff before doing my first run, so but I didn't want it to make that the puzzle block got broken or disappeared, so I needed to do something for a good cause. So again, a big shout out to all the people who have been organizing this. A special shout out also for the people who has been donating for a good cause, and also thanks to Goop, who has helped me to provide some kind of commentary, because otherwise I don't know what the hell I should have said during the run. And now, getting back slightly to the game, we have seen that there was a kind of apple shape on the girl we have found, which is Flora. And well, we need to remember again that the puzzle with the Baron was related to a kind of apple, a golden apple, so this may can give us an idea about how to solve this puzzle. So we go back to see again the Flora's portrait, and we need to get closer to it and see. Well, we need to see properly this, and we're gonna find the apple shape also on this portrait. So what is gonna happen after we press it? Well, guess what? Secret door has been opened on the Baron's house, and we have seen that there's a lot of money there. That's all the fortune that the Baron left before he died. So we have solved, at the end of the day, the puzzle that the Baron left before he died. So we need to be also ready for the time. The time is gonna finish after I skip the second text box after the mystery solve screen that we're gonna be watching on a bit. So we need to be ready for that because we're gonna be having that screen on in a couple of seconds, I guess. Well, a small summary about what has been happening here when people die. The Baron wanted to keep them alive, so he requests Bruno to make robots from all the villagers. So that was really good. By his side in order to don't forget all that people who passed away. I bet that a lot of people, including myself, would like to do that kind of things in real life. Well, that's something that hit us really hard. So be ready for the time, and time.
GG.
Beautiful. Well done. That was absolutely awesome
GG.
to watch.
Thanks, guys, and well, I think that I have said everything that I need to say, so if somebody want to say something before we move up to the next run, feel free to do it.
We will be moving right along to our next run of the puzzle block, so the puzzles never end, with Portal. And we'll be moving into a very, very brief intermission just before we jump into that. So thank you again so much, Ghost. This was a fantastic run. I love to see, again, I've not seen this game, so again, experiencing all of this for the first time with all the puzzle hype and all of the fun elements added to it beyond the music and everything, it's just been a great time. So thank you.
Yeah, we share the same feeling because I was like that when I finished the game. I really enjoyed the history of the game.
It's very charming.
I don't think that for a while I wanna keep playing the rest of the games because I'm interested to see what is gonna happen on next titles. But I guess that for now with puzzles, I'm fine. For now, it's a really interesting game, I should say. For this kind of game, you need to have a lot of skills, tapping and moving everything really quick and trying to remember quickly what you need to do. So, as a speed game, it's really interesting. I need to say that. Well, I think that was everything on my side. I was GhostSenpai, also known as Fantasma Mas, but it's a speedrunner. I used to run a lot of things. I don't know the reason behind that, but I'm like a security box because you cannot find any combination of my speedruns. Well, that's all that I have to say. Keep enjoying the marathon. This is the last day, and keep donating for a good cause.
Thanks so much, Ghost.
Thanks again. Well, thanks, Kara, for being the host, and also thanks, Gooby, for helping me with the commentary.
GG.
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 So, well, that was everything from my side. Keep enjoying the marathon, and see you next time.
And without further ado, let's move into our intermission, and we will continue.